Hello, Tubes. Now, I thought I'd have a little talk with you today because we've reached 2 milestones I've only just not long realised. The first one was she went on a bow perch here with us. She's never been done that before here. So she's gone onto a bow perch. The other big milestone with me, now I'm not saying she hasn't done this before with the breeder, but she never likes being picked up. She wouldn't let me pick her up. But today she let me pick her up. Now you've seen 3 times. I pick up 3 times. But I think I'd picked her up about 3 times before that, before my wife come out to record it. So I just wanted to let you know.
And what else have you realised she did?
Just a minute. That's 2 important milestones inside a week. Because it was only a few days ago she went on a bow perch, wasn't it, Flo?
Yeah.
You all know Spence. You all know the day she went on a bow perch. I had been introduced. I did show her scales the other day, and just put them on a block to see if she might jump on, but I didn't think she would. But what I'll do now is I will make sure I put them out by her, so she gets used to them, Tubes. Because this is so important, so important. It's like a change of clothes. She's so young. Everything's new to her. I was new to her. Everything was new to her. She's so young. If I wear different clothes, she sees me as someone else. Do you see, Tubes? She's, well, actually 3 milestones, because this last probably little while, probably last 2 weeks or less than that, Tubes, I can't remember. I can actually change my clothes, and she accepts it. But like I said to you, Tubes, don't change your clothes first thing. So when you go into a muse, she doesn't want to see you as someone else in different clothes. She may do. May upset and scare her. So what I'll do is I'll go into a muse, I'll get her out, I feed her first. Then I change my clothes when I can think about it. Right, I'll try and change my clothes now. Then I'll change my top, not the whole kit and caboodle. Change my top. What needs changing, you know. Obviously I do change, but I have to do it discreetly with her not seeing, to see, and wash it as quickly so I can get it back on. So what I do now is, what was I saying?
You change your clothes, but you have to do it
change your clothes. You'll see I've got this back on, but it's been washed and everything too, so don't really worry about that. So, did she know? Did I tell her? Yeah. I can't remember before I left. No, back on. So what I'll do is, not first thing in the morning. So, go into a muse. The first thing I do in the morning, I'll go into a muse. I talk to her and stroke her and fuss her, and we have 5-10 minutes to ourselves, and I'll put, no, the first thing normally I'll do is talk to her and put a swivel on. You see, I'll put a swivel on, you see, first, Tubes. Then I'll talk to her and we spend time together and talking and things. And then I think, well, does she want to come out? If she wants to come out then. So if she doesn't, I'll either take a swivel back off, or I'll just let her stay in there for a bit, but I'll monitor her too, so I can see her through the window and things. So I'll just monitor her because she's never normally long afterwards. I don't always want to get up when you think they do, Tubes, you know, they've got their own clock. What was I saying?
That she doesn't generally like to get up. She's got her own clock.
What was I saying before then?
That you talk to her, give her...
Yeah, talk to her. Okay, well, we put a swivel on her, and then when she's ready to come out, Tubes, if she doesn't want to come out within a short time, I'll take the swivel back off, do you see, so it's not on there, on her, in the mirrors. So then what we'll do is we'll take a lead in, take my glove in, take a lead in. I take some food, I'll talk to her again, reassure her, stroke her, talk to her, reassure her. Then I'll put some on my glove and then we'll go through a little rigmarole, shine on things and just you want to go there, we'll do that. So I mean, yes, she wants to come out, and then once she thinks, yes, I think I'll come out, so then she'll jump onto the glove, but for food. Do you see, Deuce? For food. So then once she's on the glove, I'll let her settle a second. Obviously, when she first did it, I'll let her settle a lot quicker than now. Now she's used to it now, because she's used to doing that. So she'll jump onto the glove, then I'll take it straight outside, let her have a little bit of nosh, let her settle, never do anything quick or anything or unsteady. The last thing you want is her to fall off that glove and get upset. That's the last thing you want. Now you'll notice, one thing I wanted to tell you. What was it, bro? You'll
notice this.
You'll notice, yes, when she's on the glove, you'll notice I'll just have the jesses reasonably secure, but enough that I can let them go when she wants to go, as long as it's not obviously towards me. So then she knows she's not restrained on that glove and frightens her from jumping on there. Do you see, Tubes? This is why these early stages are important. So I want her to know, right, I can jump. You see, if I held them tight and secured her, she tried to fly and she'd bait and hang upside down. Then, let's face it, Deb, she thinks, oh, I ain't going to do that again. I won't jump on that glove no more, will I? Because look, I end up hanging upside down. So do you see? There's always a reason why I do things a particular way. Do you see, Tubes? This is why if she wanted to go into a house, at the end of that video, I was happy to let her do that, Tubes. Because if she'd had enough of being picked up... Now, why I said this, I wanted food, was once I'd picked her up, do you see, when I first picked her up, you didn't see this, I picked her up a few times before we recorded it. So when I picked her up, then I offered her food. Do you see, Deb? She didn't really readily accept it because she wasn't hungry. But I offered her food, then I put it on the glove. So she thought, yes, that's a nice place to be. So this is why I wanted the food afterwards. So once she'd let me pick her up, then I could let her settle. And then I'll offer her some food as a treat for letting me pick her up. Do you see, Debs? But she let me pick her up with no food there. She accepted me to pick her up. Now that's a milestone. So that's probably 3 milestones in the last fortnight. The first one, letting me change my clothes, even taking me hat off. She preens me nut. Even take that off now, Tubes. She's fine with that. Right? On the bow perch. And letting me pick her up. Letting me pick her up is different to her jumping on that glove for food. Do you see, Debs? So I thought I'd have to let you know this because I'm so pleased that she let me pick her up. Do you see, you can get disheartened, Debs. You think you've reached a thing, you can't get past it. And every time I think, oh, I just can't get past this part, and then you think, because I was dreading this picking up part, you know, because you don't want them stressed, you don't want them biting and hanging upside down and things like that. You know, I tried and tried, so I did put it off a little while because I didn't want to stress her. Now, do you see, and it's work, Tubes. This different training worked, keeping her on the glove, worked. Now, she was happy for me to pick her up. She didn't bite at all. Not at all, not like at first. When we first tried to pick her up, you'd pick her up, within a few seconds she'd bite. Do you see, Tubes? So, it wasn't the right time to do it then. Do you see? Eagles are different to most of the birds of prey. They're very, very more... I don't know how to explain it, but they're not as straightforward as most birds do.
And
you
they
know,
can be aggressive.
they can be aggressive. Now a Harris Hawk, now
that's a walk in the park to do.
yeah, I could train, honestly, Tubes. If you've got a Harris Hawk and it's been manned, and it's manned to most people, I could train that within a fortnight. Do you see, Tubes? To me, they're like easy to walk in the park, but eagles are different, Tubes. A lot more. On the category, there's a book I looked in, and on the category of difficulties, the eagle come the most difficult all through everything. Everything it was, Tubes. So, I was so pleased today she did this, and I've changed the Jess's, Tubes, and I've cleaned her old ones, not her old ones, her other ones, I've cleaned them, but I did change them others because they got mud on them. Now, you did see her, she had got mud on her, because when I picked her up, I either picked her up or she come to the glove, she did try to bait, so I just let her gently settle because I didn't want her hanging upside down. Do you see, Tubes? And then she was fine, and then every time I picked her up after, she was fine, Tubes. So do you see? So she might have got a bit of mud, but rather than stress her, because I don't want her to bait, I'd sooner just go off and fly somewhere safely. Where she is, she's relatively safe, she can't hurt herself. Okay, she's on mud, but she'll get muddy, yes, but she won't damage her feathers. Do you see, Tubes? And I don't want her hanging upside down baiting and getting stressed. Because would you like to hang upside down like that, Tubes? Think, I ain't going to let them pick me up again, look, because I end up hanging upside down. Would you want? No, you wouldn't, Tubes. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm ranting, Tubes, so there's always bound to be somebody that will try and find fault. But that's milestones, Tubes. Milestones. And how long have I had it, Flo?
The end of this January.
I can't remember how long I've had it, Tubes.
The 31st of January this year.
It surprised me when she let me pick her up like that, and she was happy, Tubes. You seen her sit there on the glove happy. I just couldn't believe it, Tubes, because until your bird lets that, you pick them up. You can only progress certain extents, Tubes. Your bird's got to let you pick your bird up regularly, so you can do things with them, train them, teach them to go on, to be weighed and things, walk about with them, man them. Take them to different places of the garden, take them out the front. Do you see, Tubes? You've got to be able to have that bird come up readily on you to do these things, and hopefully then we'll progress and she'll start coming out with us. And as I told her, I had a talking to her the other day, Tubes. It was only yesterday, I think. I had a talking to her. I said, if you let me pick you up and think, if whatever I said to her, but she obviously understands. I said, you'll have a better life because we can take you places. And thinking about it, I spoke to her yesterday like this, I think, or the day before, saying, you know, if you let me, I'll be able to do more with you. You'll have a better life because you'll be able to go out to places. Do you see, Tubes? Anyway, enough of the rant. It's just these are milestones, Tubes. Despite what some people might say to you, eagles are a different kettle of fish to most other birds. Now, on the scale of 1 to 10, for difficulty in everything, an eagle is about a 10. A Harris hawk is probably about a 2, if that. Do you see, James? Now this is what you deal with. So I thought about I don't know how this is going to turn out, James, because I'm using the other camera. It might not be very good quality for it, and I might not put it on. So anyway, thanks a lot, James. Try and keep subscribing. Get your friends to subscribe if you can, Tubes. Because now, once she lets me readily pick her up, then we can do more with her and we'll progress better. Do you see? You'll have weighing and you'll have her tucked round the front. You'll even have her then taken out with her sometimes. Do you see, Tubes? So, trick check, catch you later. Thank you.